Before this video starts, I just want to remind you guys that a lot of you that watch my videos are actually not subscribed, and I highly recommend clicking that subscribe button and becoming a part of the fellow Mercs. And also be sure to check out the Patreon, link in the description, and join the Discord. Alright, see you guys later, enjoy the video.
Hello everyone, my name is Agent Paul of Mobile Task Force Delta 7, codename Bookkeepers, and welcome back to another SCP document review. The SCP we'll be reviewing today is SCP-4984, Object Class, Keter. Special Containment Procedures. Any personnel observing SCP-4984 instances at a distance of 2 meters or closer are to wear Level A Vapor-Tight Hazmat suits. Provisional containment areas are to be dedicated to housing instances covering areas larger than 100 square meters. The perimeter of an SCP-4984 containment area is to be marked with simple concrete paving and equipped with detection devices at 10-meter intervals. Should a growth from an instance exceed the inner perimeter network, a biohazard team is to be dispatched. Approved destruction of SCP-4984 instances is to be carried out using chemical dispersal units placed at the edge of an established outer perimeter border. After destruction procedures are completed, the instance is to remain under observation for 2 years. If significant reemergence is noted, the destruction procedures are to be reinitiated. Preemptive searches for newly manifested instances of SCP-4984 are to be carried out at least once yearly. Any unique hyphae structures or still living organisms within are to be documented in detail. Information regarding individual instances is to be submitted to the nearest major Foundation facility. Description: SCP-4984 Provisional Binomial Name Mycelium memoriae is a species of anomalous fungus occurring primarily in Europe and Africa. Based on current observations, it is believed that SCP-4984's primary anomaly is related to its feeding behavior. Specifically, it will engulf the entirety of its prey and then feed off certain visual memories of the trapped individual rather than nutrients obtained from consuming organic material. SCP-4984 then uses its hyphae to create diorama-like physical representations of said memories, seemingly as a form of nutrient storage. These dioramas vary from simple shapes to highly complex reconstructions, including in some cases miniature versions of landmarks in sharp detail and exact replications of animal facial features. SCP-4984 is typically structured as large clusters of hyphae forming unusual structures, often mimicking nearby environmental features or wildlife. The networks of hyphae are abnormally sturdy and serve as one of the SCP's 2 main spreading mechanisms, the other being the use of spores. The germination period of these spores is markedly short, with initial fungal growth appearing within minutes of contact with suitable organic material. The growth of instances typically depends on the availability of its prey. It is currently believed that each instance somehow selects a specific animal to target as an exclusive food source. As preferred food becomes scarce, the actively growing hyphae will gradually cease the production of new diorama structures and enter a state of dormancy. Dormant instances will exhibit hyphae with a hard outer shell, stone-like in quality and resistant to most forms of damage. Large extracted samples of SCP-4984 material resemble carbonaceous chondrites, a class of primitive meteorites in composition, with more complex instances containing minuscule pieces of diamond. Addendum 4984-1, partial excerpts of notable instances, ordered by complexity. Instance-E. Total size, roughly 50 square meters. Warwickshire, England. Notes: hyphae structures grow sporadically in uneven patches, standing out as starkly white against the soil and lichen of the forest floor. The instance forms a rough approximation of a honeybee's waggle dance pattern on the ground. Status: active, due to the hard outer shell of the hyphae, believed to be dormant. Instance-J. Approximately 350 square meters, primarily underground. Kalahari Desert, South Africa. Notes: above-ground hyphae structures imitate a large network of thin tunnels similar to those created by burrowing animals. The hyphae tunnels are hollow and rise to a height of 60 centimeters at tallest, forming an almost pipe-like structure in midair. At the center of the structure is a single meerkat, formed of semi-porous hyphae filaments, seemingly standing at attention. Ultrasound scans indicate that the tunnels are a mirrored copy of the meerkat burrows directly underneath the structure. Status active. Provisional perimeters have been established. Instance-B. Roughly 100 square meters, partially underwater. Edinburgh, Scotland. Extremely thin hyphae filaments spread across surface of water, forming slight silhouettes similar to the ripples created by hobbyist fishing boats. Occasional presence of hook-shaped objects formed of hardened hyphae, as well as structures imitating various common ocean debris. Status neutralized to prevent further spread through water. Foundation personnel recovered 3 live brown trout specimens from within the instance. Trouts were noted to have lost some swimming ability, necessitating feeding by hand. Addendum SCP-4984-2. Excerpts of SCP-4984 cases involving human victims. Instance-Q. Roughly 230 square meters. Collioure, France. Notes. Hyphae structures at the center of the instance appear to form a series of geometric shapes arranged in an optical illusion-inducing pattern, located in an area of woodland close to a small facility often used for artistic conferences and retreats. The structure measures 4 meters in diameter and is intact on all angles, seemingly breaking non-anomalous physics. Status: neutralized. Following personnel experiencing negative effects from an apparent cognitohazard caused by the instance, excavation of the instance remains revealed the comatose body of a man known as a resident of France and an artist specializing in complex fractal illusions whose career was last active 90 years prior to the discovery of SCP-4984 instance. He has been placed on life support in a quarantine ward at a Foundation-owned hospital. Instance-H. Approximately 3,000 square meters. Location: Cairo, Egypt. Unlike most other discovered SCP-4984 structures, which are solely freestanding hyphae structures, -H appears to consist of filament structures that have overtaken the entirety of a rural village. Approximately 70% of the instance is observed to be dormant, with hard hyphae shells covering various landmarks and life forms, including huts and labor animals. The northernmost area contains an elaborate building believed to be of religious significance standing in front of a cave. The entrance to the cave is currently sealed off by a wall of hyphae, etched with intricate patterns similar to Egyptian hieroglyphics commonly found on sarcophagi and other funeral items. Infrared imaging using inserted probes indicate the presence of at least 33 unmoving human individuals within the cave, all seemingly arranged in upright positions indicating worship or praise. These individuals are believed to be still living. Status: active, pending destruction procedures to be enacted as necessary and as possible. Preliminary investigation indicates the hyphae at the outermost portions reach a depth of at least 50 meters, making excavation potentially inadvisable. Additional notes. -H is observed to spread at a rate of square meters per year, consistently adding new hyphae structures to populate the overtaken village. The most recent structures to be added in this manner are highly realistic representations of 2 MTF agents, the first non-D-classed Foundation personnel sent to investigate the instance. It is noted that no replicas of any previously sent personnel are present within -H. When approached closely by one of the agents, the structures emitted large clouds of spores, temporarily halting the investigation. It is unknown whether this was due to a natural defense mechanism or SCP-4984 purposely luring MTF agents closer using their likeness as a lure. Endnote. Whether SCP-4984 is truly sapient or not remains unconfirmed. Many are of the mindset that 4984 is in fact conscious and aware of its own existence due to the complexity of some of its behaviors. Additionally, with the investigation of -H, it was noted that the hyphae structures forming MTF agents' likenesses were seemingly constructed based on the perspective of someone looking out of the sealed cave. Discussion regarding the potential retrieval of the humans within the cave is underway. Dr. Noavica, Director of Sentient Research, Site 26. And that's it for this week's document review. Thank you all for listening or watching. My name is Agent Paul of MTF Delta 7, and I will see you next week with another document review.